Everyone. Fortunately for you, but unfortunately for me, I was feeling a little sick today, so I had a lot of downtime as I slept and I woke up and I saw this push article as I did wake up about Friday the 13th and 1.02. Now, I've had 1.02 and a lot of you have had that too. I had a view count of like about 2K about people, explaining to me that they've had this and they still had the issue and it didn't make sense to them. And now I finally have answers. Now, apparently, they were working on a server, and I kind of made that prediction of 1.03. That was a little hasty. Unfortunately, we didn't get that, but we did get a full 1.02. Apparently, the patch they released was very intermittent between others. So some of us did, some of us didn't. And then some of us that didn't really get to utilize it well. It was kind of like a broken fix because it really wasn't plugged into the server because the server was still kind of like hybrided, I guess. From what I could read, it was a pretty reliable article that I'll be putting down below in the article that you can take a look at from PC Gamer, which was pretty cool. He gave a full breakdown, which we'll get into, honestly, about all the improvements and everything else that it goes into. So this might be a pretty good chunk of time, but you're going to invest it well. So as we break it down and kind of go over step by step what it is. Now, hopefully this fixes a lot of the login issues. From what I hear, it did. But if it didn't, leave a comment. I can see if I can help you out as much as I can. But worst comes to worst, you can always dislike that if it doesn't work in the end. Or like it, or subscribe. Either way. It's all fair view. But let's get into the Friday the 13th true breakdown of 1.02, the patch notes. Now, one of the cool things that they actually listed was they added a random option menu, I guess, in the lobby. Now, I never explored that, honestly. And that's kind of random that they would put that inside of there. Let's go ahead and just kind of boot it in, see how quick it is to log in for me, which isn't that big of an issue. Now, one thing that it just demonstrated what I wanted to do as it goes into there is it turns down the volume. And that's kind of very convenient. So when you're at a very beginning, of course, it's going to have a louder volume. As you enter here into playing mode, it drastically sinks the volume down. So that's great. That can be your setup point. We don't want to have a really loud volume, especially if you don't have a volume control. It's full blast. The second one that has already been covered, going to the third one, is increase effectiveness of JSON and the counselor's spawning performance options, shuffling the possibilities of JSON's list 3 times as much as random. So that means the breakdown of it, and I've been in a lot of freaking games, and you're more than welcome to leave a comment about it, about how that, people kept getting JSON randomly, and it didn't feel like anyone ever got him. You know what I mean? It's that weird feeling. You're like, why does everyone say they got him, but they didn't get him? That was the weirdest thing ever. Is JSON this AI killer? Maybe. Point being is apparently now they randomized it even more, so it doesn't just land on a 1 roll. It rolls on a 3 die. It just keeps rolling over and over and over again until it lands down to that randomness. So that's kind of cool. More people can be Jason, basically, which is pretty cool. We all need to be Jason. It disables the inhaling sound effect or the breathing while in hiding spots. Now, I had 1.02 and it still happened to me, even when I was in the cabinet. Now, I'm going to have to explore it eventually later on, and I'm not going to get into the game in the stream or anytime soon. Once I build my supercomputer and start streaming from my Aveo, so I can put less stress on my PlayStation and more into a middle unit and a computer, and be able to really deliver a better quality stream with getting the audio of everyone, because this game is great when you can hear the reaction of everyone when it's in full swing. That's what the game makes. You can't top it. It's just too good. So yeah, you have the disabling of the freaking sound effect on that. So I'm gonna have to check that out because it was not working for me. But apparently they fixed everything through the server, and it was from what the article I read, it was literally 10 hours ago that they got that information. So meaning they did that early or late yesterday. They said so late last night, apparently. So it means on their server end, which they started on, I believe, on Monday, which got a little better. I know this personally, me, because I did play it throughout all the way now. almost midweek that they finally just kind of got it caught up. But hey, that's cool as long as it works. People are getting in. If you can't get in again, leave a comment. I want to know. I'm really curious how many people are locked up from this beautiful game. And again, that like pretty much almost gets down to the very end of the list for as far as the improvements. Now, there is one more. It's made dead body stingers less obnoxious. Ignores while being pushed by Jason. The 10-second cooldown will not be able to fire witnesses by death. So basically, we see a death and you're really, really frightened. You're really not going to be able to do anything with Jason because apparently, your heart starts beating, the adrenaline gets there, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're freaked out. Oh, I am too excited. My stomach still is recovering. Yeah, that's a bad chicken. Not a good story for me today. That's another story in its own. There's not this patch update. So like that's a pretty cool improvement, honestly, because I noticed there was a few of them where Jason can like just pop up and they were just like they would dip really fast. So I was like, wait, what? Or they would shoot. So this kind of gives Jason a better cutting edge for as far as the predictability and disappraisable points of Jay. So here's the fixes. Then it's a huge list. Holy shit! I crap you not. So it fixed the issues where you have infinite stamina. I wish that was me. I never got that. Like, maybe that was for Jason, or if it was for the camp counselors. If you had that happen, leave a comment. I'm curious how that played out, and I never had that happen. That was an issue that Mac never dealt with. Fixed a few areas where the players could not reach with Jason. Also fixed a stuck spot on the Packnack. Or Packnack? What the hell is that? Maybe I'm like horribly mispronouncing that. Someone can totally recorrect me on that when you read the patch notes that I'm gonna like link to there. And you're like, what the hell is that? And maybe that's like the freaking like the tent, because I got caught up in that and that was like not a fun situation. And then Jason started throwing knives at me. Check out the old streams, you'll see. It's pretty crazy. Let's see here. Besides that, Packnack or Pacanack picnic. Fixed perk rolls with the UI, sometimes getting stuck if there's an error in talking to the database. Now that is really cool because I've had that personally experienced to me, if this is exactly what I understand it, where you're trying to spawn up a game and you're in the loadout and you're going through your perks and you're buying and you're adjusting and you're going through the store point of Jason's CP point breakdown, and then it doesn't work. All of a sudden you get locked out with the database and you're stuck and you hold up a whole game like that. I've had that happen to me, and people get pissed. Then all of a sudden it just works randomly at the end of the countdown. It's really weird. But if you had that happen, I want to hear what's going on with that. Besides the UI role, let's see here. Fix sessions of the heartbeat request to be more resilient in service failure. So that one, I'm a little curious what they mean by that. And it's the heartbeat request. Maybe that's something for like Jason, because I don't play. I have only literally played him once. So if anyone can explain that one, feel free to leave a comment. Fix some bugs with the the Steam status achievement. Notes these do not always update while the game client is open. Sometimes taking until you exit the game and before Steam shows progress. So basically it's having a hard time communicating with the server, and like I've noticed that too, even with trying to record stuff. It's kind of really finicky. It's a new game, it'll get there. Leave your like freaking progress reports of what you're dealing down below. Mac wants to hear. Let's see here. And the list goes on. I still haven't even cleared all this shit. Fix the character hair straightening at lower frame rates. For all you fuckers with lower frame rates playing this at the most worst quality setting ever, you can finally see the hair definition. Look at that hair definition, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, sorry, all jokes aside, that's really ridiculous that they even cared about that too much. Someone complained, or enough people complained about that, and if you're the one that complained about it, please let me know why you complained about it, why your digital hair fetish is there while a game doesn't let you log in. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. Fix the inverted mouse look and the mouse sensitivity option not working on the input setting of the UI. So the user input, it's like, so this is really kind of cool. Like I definitely like that. If you're like a PC user, now you have an option to know that 1.2 and now stability fix is going to be the real good meal ticket for you. Hopefully, if not, let me know. Fix Jason not always aborting the knife throw when the stunned. I've had that happen to me when the one time it was Jason, I tried to cancel it and it didn't, and it's like freaking jettisoned next to them, like almost near the ear, which was pretty cool because they scream like so loud. It was so crazy. It was funny. Let's see here. Fix the case where it is possible to get stuck in a knife throw. Now, I never had that happen, but if you've been a Jason, if you've been having issues with throwing knives, then leave a comment on Mac's board. Fix some visible issues with the indoor interaction icon. If you've been locked in a house, I haven't. Fix some placement issues with drop items. I've never had that happen to me. Let's see here. Fix Jason's mask floating when knocked off. So that means that you've already gotten the sweatshirt from Jason's cabins that used to be Mom's. You've gotten a female counselor to go up to Jason to take it off. And I guess at that point in time, the mask just like kind of floats off, like when you're supposed to be the dude with the axe and knock it off, like in the movies. Apparently, that's how you like defeat Jason. Apparently, and that and luck, and no bugs, and not a floating mask. Let's do the next one. We're getting towards the end. This is great. Fix the Jason's not always canceling shift or morph if it hits the car in a reverse. So I've seen this in Forward where it was really cool. We were escaping, and then I wasn't. I was just a spectator. But like people were escaping, and Jason like literally appeared and like rickety wrecked the car. It was so fucking badass, so badass. But yeah, so apparently they fixed it in reverse mode. That's pretty cool. If you've had that issue where you've been hit by Jason and it's been reversed and you've been able to not back it up on him, then yeah, leave a comment. Fixed an issue with the hiding spots and exiting codes. Now that I can personally contest. I've had that happen before where I was in the tent, and I mentioned this before, the PACNAC code, or picnic, or whatever the fuck it is. It's not picnic, I'm just joking. With that happening where I came out of the tent and then I ended up like fucking 20 feet above like the ground, and somehow Jason figured a way to kill me with throwing knives and some other crazy tools. Watch my past streams, you can see it. It's pretty crazy. But now this one's kind of cool, especially for people that like are really like more down to the point of understanding the counselors. It fixed the counselors potentially getting stuck inside of a wall if you hit it when it crumbles through the window in the perfect timing. So apparently you can get stuck on a wall. Like, that's not cool. So be careful. Don't go near walls if you don't have 1.2, the true fix. Fix the rotating map with the players not updating when changed until the map changed. So that's kind of annoying because you don't know where Jason is, you don't know where your teammates are, you just all of a sudden you're just frightened, you're running, it's alone in the dark. It's not a fun thing. Fix some server-specific crashes. Now, I'm assuming that's down to the point of how quick, you're getting in there and, like, the stability of that. And I've had it where 1.2 spotty, really spotty in the beginning. Fix people being able to share settings or save games. So I didn't even know you could share. Like, didn't know it was an issue, apparently. So that's pretty much it. That covers almost all the Friday the 13th patch notes that I got for 1.2. That's the complete breakdown. And again, I'm going to leave that in the very bottom of there. I want to hear what you guys have to think, and if you hate Jason, then you can hate Jason. That's fine. But, give it time. Let it blossom. Camp Crystal will rise. And it will be one hell of a cool horror tactic. I can't wait for this shit to be like during Halloween. This is going to be a great streaming tool, especially with the way I want to build it. So stay tuned. Hit that subscription button. Hit the like button. Be a hater and love it. Hit the dislike button if you want to. And leave a comment if any of these things are applicable to you. And this is Mac signing off. And I think I need to go cook some soup. That sounds good. Anyways, that's me and my soup thing. Now, quickly, I'm just going to showcase how quick it could be to log on really quick. Now, hopefully it is. We're going to pop in, freak some people out. I'm going to be talking to myself, basically. 39 seconds. This is not good. If it gets past a minute, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I would like to think this thing needs to be like within 30 seconds to 45 seconds, maybe at the most. Ideally, I would like to say 10. That would be fucking sweet. Yeah? 9? Well, apparently he doesn't speak German. Neither do I. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. I know enough to survive. Just like, if anyone told me, like, do you know Spanish? I'm like, no, not that much. I know cerveza, por favor. Which is the last thing I want to think of right now. You know, having, like, food poisoning is, like, the worst thing ever because you don't have an appetite, but you know you need to eat. It's like, how do you get better? You eat. What did you get sick of? Food. Oh. That's a conundrum now, isn't it? Just like this logon. Come on, Jason. Thought you gave me like the Disney Fast Pass here. I thought 1.2 and its 10-hour patch update supposed to sync it up. Yeah, look at him though. You can't really get mad at him. I mean, he is just so peaceful. Like, you know, that's one thing you'll always get about Jason is he's like the completely like Link-styled character. I know, 2 different platforms. You can argue that day in, day out. But, they don't really talk too much. You know what I mean? Makes sense. But one's evil. I guess he'd be like the Shadow Link. But just way more efficient at killing. Sorry, Link. I don't know if you would survive Jason Voorhees. I wonder how long this is going to go on. And you know what? If you guys have had quicker times and you've had longer times, I want to hear about that too. We really need to rip apart this game as gamers and get down to the nitty gritty of all the, like, lovely shit that's going down. Like, throughout everything that's been really talked about. That's one thing I always get curious about. It's like when, you know, you read an article and you see the applicable point inside of a game. Does it work? You know what I mean? Does it work for you? Sometimes it doesn't. Come on, 3 minutes? That's kind of lame for a waiting time, don't you think? I mean, the bummer part is we were literally going to go into, like, back out, so I was literally just trying to showcase if we can load fast, and we've definitely gotten past the fast and gone to the mediocre, getting close to the slow. And I want my soup. Chicken noodle soup. It's delicious. Actually, maybe clam chowder. I don't want chicken right now. Yeah, that definitely made my stomach turn. Anyways, yay, clam chowder. Just get some sourdough bread and I'm set. That's carbohydrates right there. Oh, and some freaking tea. Oh, who doesn't like tea with really good honey? That's fucking delicious. What's not delicious is this damn freaking time account. The 411 on this is a long wait. Come on, Jay. Can't you be an A1 performer? Please. Can you do it for us? Come on, buddy. You commented on one of the videos and I said it was fine. As long as you come through and let us in. I guess right now it's like the waiting game. The hardest game of them all. And hopefully, without any ado time, like we can get in here any second now. Because like before, my times with waiting was about 7 minutes. I've gotten shorter before, but it was like really really not that And there you go. It wasn't too bad. That was like way better. Anyways, so that's Mac signing out. And just wanted to showcase it does work. You just gotta wait. That's all. Patience is a virtue. And I think my virtue is going to be clam chowder and soup. I'm going to see you guys later.